Good morning. Here we go. It's weight day. So I've got medium and a little bit less, but you do your heavy and medium. I just don't have them here. So take your feet to the edges of the mat, hands on your waist. We're going to kind of ease into it with some sway of the hips. Now try to take your elbows and pull them towards each other so you feel the upper back engage. Now keep those elbows pulling in and then lean forward and do these little half circles. You're going to go one direction one way and then switch it. This is a feel-good moment. We like these. Okay, relax the arms, just sway them side to side. Now you're going to take your feet even wider. So the heels are going to be on the mat, and then just take your toes and turn them out a little bit. We're going to squat down and back up. So just go a little bit at a time. When you come up, you're pushing up through the heels and squeezing the glutes and your thighs. Everything is trying to lift up and engage. We don't want to fold the upper body down. What we want to do is just get the butt down. So try to keep that spine nice and long. Maybe you go a little deeper. Whatever feels good. Let's do a few more, and that's it. Then we're moving on. Okay, bring the feet into the mat, onto the mat. Nice big deep breath, feet are hip width apart, reach the arms all the way up and then go up and over to one side and then up and over to the other side. Just kind of swaying back and forth. Really focus on lifting up and out. And then relax. Nice little sway. We got our arm circles to do. So here we go, right arm, forward and back. Do a few more. And then stay on that same arm and just go the opposite way, back first. Never easy. Okay, other one. And now take it back first. Nice. Okay, we're going to cross at the elbow and try to connect your palms. So you're going to feel this in the back of the shoulder. Try to pull that chin in so your neck is happy. Just hold this, try to lift the elbows a little higher as the shoulders stay down. And now let it go. Just cross this arm over the chest. Now you're going to feel it a little bit more down the arm. Nice. Now switch. So cross at the elbows the opposite way. So you're working the right side now. And then bring that across. Nice. Now release the arms by your side. To get some really good posture going on, you're going to tuck your chin down towards the chest. And try to really puff out the chest and broaden through the shoulders. Now look up. And then take it back down. Try to pair this with your breathing. Okay, so with your neck neutral, now you're just gonna turn the head to the right and then the left. Work as much range of motion as you can. Pull that chin in. Okay, now just look straight ahead, and then you're gonna take your chin, pull it in, and then turn and look down at that right shoulder. Then bring the head up and turn and look at the left. And look back up. Make a fist, send those elbows back. So you got a nice proud chest. Belly pulls in, so get that nice and tight, and then start to fold down and back up. Work whatever range feels good. You really want to keep those elbows pushing up towards the ceiling as you fold down. And do a few more. Try to weight a little more into the heels and see if you can get the hips pushing back a little more. You're going to feel a little bit bigger of a stretch in the hamstrings. One more. Okay, relax the arms. Just sway them. And now we're going to take a nice big deep breath, reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling, lift the shoulders, try to get taller. And then you're going to swan dive it all the way down, let your head go. We're going to hang out here for some breaths. So big, deep breaths. And now we're going to inhale and extend the spine. So nice long back. And then fold it back down. And then do it again. And then fold it. And one more time. And then all the way back up and reach for the ceiling. Nice. Bring your hands to heart. You're going to come off the right foot, lift the knee up, and just make nice little ankle circles here. Go the other way. Point and flex. Now just pulse this knee up and down a little bit. Activating this hip flexor. And then let it go. Send that foot back a little bit. Heel on the floor though. And then arms up. So you feel a nice hip flexor stretch. And then come back and pick up the left foot. Start your circles. Opposite. And point and flex. And now pulse it up and down. And step that foot back. Keep the heel on the floor. Send the arms up. Just send the foot back enough that you feel a nice little pull across the hip flexor. Next, step that foot in. Swan dive down. We're going to walk it out to plank. When you get there, lower the chest between the arms, get the legs nice and long, and push the heels towards the back of the room. Downward facing. Push the heels towards the mat. Back to plank. Downward facing. And back to plank. And downward facing. Put the knees down, send the hips back. How good does that feel? Chest towards the floor. Okay, meet me in your quadruped position. We're gonna do some nice cat-cows. Just go slow and enjoy. Do a few more. And now, being on the tops of your feet, you're gonna sit back on your heels. Just hold this for as long as you can endure it, and if it hurts, then just don't do it. You can always put a towel behind those knees too. Or you sit up on your toes, so you're not getting that same angle on the ankle. Okay, that's enough. So from your quadruped position now, we're just gonna floss these shoulder blades. So lower the chest between the arms and then push it away. And just do that 6 or 7 times. Go all the way down and all the way up. Okay, neutral, left arm forward, right leg back. Bring your knee and elbow to meet in the middle and then extend out again. Do it 4 more times. And then we switch sides. Right arm out, left leg back, knee and elbow meet in the middle, and extend back out. And back to your quadruped position. Give me 3 cat-cows. Nice and slow. Maybe shift the hips back on these. And then bring it forward. And then do it again. Shifting back. When you shift it back, you get a little bit more of a lower back stretch, upper glutes. Okay, so shift the hips back, bring the hands by the knees, and then come onto your toes. We're gonna just hang out here just for a little bit. Try to lift the heels nice and high. And now full forward fold. You should get that torso a little bit closer to the legs than the first time you tried today. Okay, now we're going to roll it up slowly. And you're going to pick up the heaviest weights that you have. Okay, that's your warm-up. Gone. So I'm going to kickstand the right foot. I've got weights in each hand. So I really want to keep most of all my weight on the left leg, or as much of it as you can. You're going to come down like a deadlift. So the weights are going to get by the floor, by the feet, and then come back up. So you're mostly just working that left hamstring. Try to shift the hips back and really give me some weight into that heel of the left foot. Now, as we come up, we're going to add a hammer curl. So weights up to the shoulders and then back down. Keeping your spine long, right? We're not rounding the back. We're hip hinging. So pay attention to what's going on with that right foot. Okay, we're gonna do 4 more. Remember, it's all about maintaining your form. So if the work becomes too challenging with whatever weight you chose, switch it as opposed to stop, right? Okay, put the weights down, put your feet down, chill out, shake out your grip, your hands. And now we're gonna do the opposite leg. So pick those weights up again, kickstand that left foot. As soon as you start that hip hinge, you want to be pulling your butt back. Mostly all your weight going into that right leg. Okay, let's add in this hammer curl, or you can turn it into a bicep curl and have your palms face forward if you want to switch it. Not a bad idea, right? So really try to pair this with your breath. So you exhale when you come up and you inhale when you go down. Okay, we're going to add a shoulder press. So when you come up, press 1 or 2 at a time and then come back down. So bicep curl, press. Keep that neck long, so you always want to think about tucking your chin, not letting the head protrude forward. Couple more. Okay, put them down. Shake it out. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. We're going to do some kickbacks standing up. So it's going to look like this. So figure out, you can use 10s. And if you're really having to swing it, your weight's too heavy. So you're going to hold 2 weights, but we're only going to do 1 arm at a time. So keep your posture, right? You're going to row up, and now you're just going to kick back that right hand. So the elbow stays up, bending at the elbow, moving the weight back to a straight arm. So if you can't even get the arm straight, you know your weight's too heavy. Now, if you can, shift the weight into the heels, send the hips back a little more. Yeah, there we go. That's it for me on that arm. Okay, we're going to do some calf raises before we go to the other side. So you could pick up a little heavier if you got them. So just straight up and down, holding your weights. Try to control the movement. Maybe add some pauses at the top. Come down with control. Okay, we're going to add in a hammer curl. So when you go up, you're going to curl the weight up and then back down. It might take you a few to get the balance. Last 3. Okay, so back to your kickbacks. So whatever weights you were using, pick them up, folding down, you're gonna do a row, and then we kick back that left arm this time. Keep the shoulders nice and broad. You're just working the back of that arm. And okay, there we go. So much for that. Now we're going to meet in a split lunge, and you're going to use 2 heavy weights. So pick them up. We're going to start with the left foot forward and the right leg back. So this is the pyramid stance where you can get both of your heels down on the floor and both legs straight. So play around with how far you can step your back foot back. Now we're going to hip hinge. So I'm not bending my front leg. Coming down so the weights touch the floor and pushing through that heel. Okay, so down, spine long, belly in. And if the weights don't get to the floor, that's okay. I want you to keep the shoulders broad, so I don't want you to round to get down there. I want you to just hip hinge. Again, it's working the glute and the hamstring of that left leg. And really push that heel, push through that front heel to get that extra oomph going into that glute. It's all about the push, right? Couple more. Okay, we're going to step the back foot forward and we're going to switch up sides. Get a little adventurous with how much space you have from front to back. And then start your hinge. Trying to increase your range. Once you've done a few. And again, we don't want to be wading into the toes. It's all about pushing our torso back up through the heel of the front foot. Four more. Last one. Okay, step your back foot forward. We're going to turn and face the left side of the room. You're going to keep the heavy weights, take your feet far apart. Line up the toes so they're pointing forward and you don't have one in front of the other. You're going to lunge right. Let the weights come down just inside the foot. And then back up. And then go left. And back up. Just keep oscillating. So you're coming up to both legs straight, right? Then you lunge again. It's all about the push through that heel. Try to get that booty nice and low. You have 6 to go. You can add in a bicep curl. Why not, right? Curl the weights up as you lift the torso back up, and then bring them down slowly as you lunge. Spine stays long. Try to keep the hips back. Couple more. And then we're just gonna go side to side. Okay, let's put the weights down. Bring your hands to your chest. We're gonna lunge down and then just go from side to side. So you're staying low, your stomach is in, your spine is long. Your booty is low. So when you transition to one side, try to get most of your weight going with the leg. Couple more. Okay, let's just let the top of the head hover above the floor, chill out. Nice long legs. Maybe see if you can take them a little further apart. Why not? It feels good. Okay, we're gonna inhale and extend the spine. And you're gonna come all the way back up and walk your feet together. Okay, let's get rid of the weights. Not for good, but just for now. We're gonna grab a small band and we're gonna work our outer hips and our inner thighs. So, get the band above the knees. You're lying down. So press your shoulder blades into the floor and have your palms face up towards the ceiling. Make a double chin and then open the legs nice and wide and then just pulse them out. But I want you to move them a little more forward till you feel that you got to work to keep your lower back on the floor and then keep it. Shoulders down, belly down, back down, everything is down. Chin is down. Legs are forward, so it's hard for the core. Keep pressing the belly down. Okay, let the feet come together. Bring your knees up and into the chest. Give them a nice little massage. Nice little hug of the knees. Go the opposite way. Okay, we're going to turn onto our right side. So if you want to grab a towel, do it. If it's more comfortable for your head, lying on your right side, extend the right arm out. You can put your towel over the arm. So it keeps your head happy. Now you're going to pick up that top leg and you're just going to lift it up and down. So you should keep the hips nice and stacked, right? Don't let it roll back to lift the leg. So it's not a big movement. You're just trying to get as high as you can and make a small movement.
Now just hold the leg as high as you can, keep it nice and long. And then take it down and then lift it back up. Try to work whatever range slowly that you can. Hold it up as high as you can and pulse it again at the top. And then relax. Let's take it over to the other side. Switcheroo. Get those hips stacked and then get comfy. You're going up and down with the leg. Pulse it at the top. Keep that right hip straight up towards the ceiling, and your heel should be in line with the hip. Now work full range. Take it down and lift. Take it up and pulse. Down and up. And then relax. Oh my goodness, get rid of that band. Okay, all the way back down on the floor. Knees up and into the chest. And now feet up towards the ceiling. So let's get the shoulders down, the neck long, and the belly down. You're going to keep that right leg long as you lower it down towards the floor. As far as you can still keep the back connected, and then bring it back up. If you feel the belly pop up or the back, you've taken the leg too low. And if you feel your shoulders rolling forward, don't use them. You want to press them into the floor. So we're going to do 4 more up and down, 3 or 4 counts in each direction, so it's fairly slow. Do more. Last one. And then bring both knees in and relax. Maybe a hand on each knee and make big circles. Go the other way. And then legs up towards the ceiling. Everything pressing down. And then the left leg travels down nice and slowly. Comes up just as slow. Last 3. Last two, see if you can come down slower than, come back up slower than 5 counts. Maybe 6. When you're bringing it back up, you're really concentrating on pulling the stomach down. Make the last one the best. Okay, knees up and into the chest. Nice little circle. Okay, legs all the way up to the ceiling. Open them nice and wide. So you get a nice stretch of the inner thigh, and let's make some foot circles. Go the other way. Point and flex. Bring the legs up. Send the arms up to the ceiling, but keep the shoulders pressing down. Bend the legs 90 degrees at the knee. Right leg out, left arm back. Low back skin on the floor. Alternate sides. You can also hold a weight, a lighter weight, if this is too easy. You want to go nice and slow though. And then bring those knees in. Whew. That was a little harder because we did those straight legs. Okay, change direction. We hit those muscles twice back to back, which is good. Okay, one more hammy glute thing. Send the legs down. So it's the Sean move, you know it. Cup your fingers. Shoulder blades nice and flat on the floor. Double chin. Now turn your toes and knees into touch, so you got a little bend in the leg. We're just going to start the first round. All you're going to do is push your heels into the floor and squeeze your knees. So your butt is still down, and you're working to use muscle to press the belly down. Just hold this for about 10 seconds. Okay, then relax. Let it all hang out. So the second round, we keep that push down and we add the pull. Your butt's going to stay down. So let's get into that position. Turn the knees and toes to touch. Push down and then add the pull. And just focus on doing both at the same time. And then relax it, let it go. Final one, adding on, if you can do it, you're going to do all that we did, plus lift the butt. So when you're ready, toes and knees turn into touch. Cup your fingers so the arms are not on the floor. Push down, pull, squeeze, lift your butt. And then relax it. Nice job. Pull the left knee up and into the chest, leave the right leg down there. Send the left leg down, bring the right one in. Okay, we're gonna roll onto the right side of your body, bring your knees in, so you gotta bend. You're gonna clasp your fingers behind your head. So the knees are stacked and the feet are stacked. And then you're just gonna open that left elbow and turn the torso to face up towards the ceiling without moving the knees. And then bring it back. So the elbows come down and touch, and then you open back out again. Same side. And then close. And one more time, open. And let's roll over onto the other side. And do the same thing. So bend in the legs, knees and feet stacked, clasp the fingers behind the head, and then open that right arm out to the side. So you're facing up at the ceiling. And then bring both elbows back together. And then open again. And then close. Excuse me. Open last time. Really try to get that elbow pushing right. And nice job. Okay, onto your back side. We're gonna meet in happy baby stretch. So holding the outsides of the feet if you can, and then feet up towards the ceiling. Using the arms, shoulders pulling into the floor. Just relax and breathe. Your lower back should remain on the floor. Okay, let's get the feet on the floor with your legs bent. We're gonna get into figure 4 stretch position with the right foot on top of the left thigh. And all you're gonna do is move the knee forward and back in. Just kind of do it nice and slow, work the full range, try to improve it each time. Just keep your arms relaxed down on the floor. With the knee pushing forward, we're gonna roll onto that right glute and let that right knee come down towards the floor. It's gonna be like a nice little glute and hip massage, and then roll back up and do it again. Going down nice and slowly and coming up slow. You can hold on a spot if it feels good. Maybe do it 3 more times. Last one. Okay, let's put that foot on the floor. We're gonna switch up sides. So left foot flexed on right thigh. Moving it in and out. And now roll it down. So you're going over that hip. Coming back up. Couple more. This is a feel good one, I think. Last one. Send the legs all the way down and the arms all the way back. You're gonna roll it up Pilates style. Dive between your legs. Push the back of the knees into the floor. And then come back up. Let's get up onto our feet. Full forward fold. And then we're going to roll it up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Woohoo, we did it. Sue and I got it done.